Hi, welcome to Mondays with Mira, and today we're going to look at a plot-driven book. We're going to look at Room on the Broom. And in this book, it's got a wonderful witch character, and it's written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Sheffler. And they both do a wonderful job, as you will see. So here we have a sweet half title. Not a lot happening, but it gives us a clue as to what's coming next. More clues. So full title over here with Congress in publication information, when it was first printed, where it was printed, the date of the book, and a brief summary. And this all goes to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. And then here we've got this sweet little spot illustration, this little vignette of the witch on the broom with her kitty, or a kitty. Let's find out. The witch had a cat and a hat that was black and long ginger hair in a braid down her back. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat. When the wind blew so wildly, it blew off the hat. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes on thundering paws there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am a dog as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. And so it goes throughout the book. Next she loses her bow from the braid on her hair. So the problem is that she keeps losing things. And as she loses things, she goes down to the ground to find them. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. And they searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Note the nice repetition. Then out from a tree with an ear-splitting shriek there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low, then said as the witch tied her braid in the bow, I am a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew, the bird shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. So can anyone guess what's going to come next? Yep, they go down, they land, and they pick up another creature. And the rhyming in this book is just absolutely delicious. It's so skillfully and beautifully done. And rhyming is very hard to do and to get it just right. And this woman, Julia Donaldson, who I don't know but would love to, is just great at it. So let's continue with our story and just check out just how gorgeous the illustrations are. But, something goes really wrong. Oh no! Let's read the bit before. So here's where we're really getting to some kind of, intense experience. We've had rising action where there's more and more animals getting on the broom until the broom breaks. And now, what is it? I am a dragon as mean as can be, and witch with French fries tastes delicious to me. No, cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. Help, cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew near with a glint in his eye. eyes and said, "Just this once, I'll have witch without fries." But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of the ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads. It had wings like a bird. And its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dipped and it squelched and it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, "Buzz off, that's my witch." The dragon drew back and he started to shake. "I'm sorry," he spluttered. "I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly." And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Then down flew the bird, and down jumped the frog. Down climbed the cat, and "Phew," said the dog. "And thank you, oh thank you," the grateful witch cried. "Without you I'd be in that dragon's inside." Then she filled up her cauldrons and said with a grin, "Find something, everyone, throw something in." So the frog found a lily, the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well, and while she was stirring she muttered a spell. Iggity ziggity zaggity zoom. Then out rose a truly magnificent broom, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird and a pool for the frog. "Yes," cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. So it's a very clever book. It's really just very delightful on many levels, because of the different content that it covers. The young children learn about different animals, and their habitats, what kind of environments they live in. And they also learn about collective strength. So it could almost be a book about trade unions, though you'd never think of it on the surface. But it's very much about creating a gestalt where, you know, that witch would never have been able to get out of that situation without the help of all the animals that she helped, or that she befriended. Now this book, because of it being about witches and spells, would be very controversial, and it might be a hard sell getting it published these days, but maybe not because of the Harry Potter. But amongst people on the far right that are of the hardcore Christian persuasion, there's a lot of fear around things like witches. So something to consider. As I mentioned, the language is just beautiful. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew, the bird shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew. So it's an absolute pleasure to read it out loud. You could have seen how my voice was singing as I traveled through this book. The illustrations look like they were done with watercolors to me, or maybe just very thin down acrylics. But they're a fantastic match for the story, because the story has a cartoony quality, and so do the illustrations. And normally I'm not crazy about really cartoony looking things, but I think it works really, really well with this. But this rhyme, A, B, C, B. So A and C don't rhyme, but the second and fourth lines do. So over the hills and the forest they flew, the dog wagged his tail, and the stormy wind blew. The way you can tell that this is for very young children is that there are not a lot of multisyllabic words. The words tend to be short and sweet. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. So there's no more than 2 syllables in one word in this stanza. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. 2 syllables on beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. So those are all 1 syllable. Very simple. Kids are learning, so they need to learn with short, non-multisyllabic words. Loved, loved, loved this book. I hope you enjoyed it too. Very sweet politics with it too. You know, it's just comes from a very generous heart, and there's just this total spirit of generosity that pervades this book, both in the text and in the delightful illustrations. So, thank you to Julia Donaldson and Axel Sheffler for the incredible amount of work that you put into doing this, because this was not an easy project. And thank you to Puffin Books for publishing it and taking a risk. Love it. Bye.